Welcome back to the Wicked Kitchen, guys. This one is a serious flavor bomb, right? This is dry ramen with fermented black beans, some chili in there, some crispy onions. Stick around, you're not gonna wanna miss it. All right, so this ramen is gonna be packed with flavor, all right? It's gonna be a dry ramen, so we're gonna just basically toss a flavorful oil, liquid, all these aromatics with the ramen. It's already cooked, and then we're gonna serve it up. It's gonna be so good. At the end of the day, this is a quick meal to throw together. So we're gonna start off with a cast iron pan or a wok. I'm gonna start cutting up all my aromatics, all right? So I have some red onion. Again, shallot works perfectly fine. It actually goes really well with all the other ingredients, but you know, red onion works. We're gonna just mince this up, very small dice. We're gonna add some oil. We're gonna a combination of some olive oil and some sesame oil, okay? You could use peanut oil if you wanted something a little bit more neutral. That's an everyday olive, so add some red onion in there. I'm gonna follow that up with a little bit of garlic and chili. Just gonna crush this. This is kind of a mashup dish of kind of Chinese, Korean. So we have these onions frying up nice, getting some good color. I'll lower that down to about a medium. I'm gonna add the garlic. Add the garlic, let's add that chili. Get some spice in there. This is gonna fill the air with spice. So good. All right. All right, you wanna make sure that it is not on high. Okay, you lower it down to a medium because you don't want that garlic to burn. Next, I have fermented black beans. Fermented black beans, they're actually a dry good, okay? They're heavily salted, they're cured in salt. So I always rinse them. So these have been rinsed in water. Just have a couple tablespoons. They are packed with flavor. So we're gonna just cook those up. And they are quite salty, so you gotta monitor the amount of salt that you add to them. All right, so a couple other ingredients here. I have some ginger. All right, I'm just gonna finely shave up some ginger. This is gonna be added towards the end of the recipe. All right, so I like to have these big strands of paper thin sliced ginger. All right, so just slicing this paper thin. I'm gonna add this towards the end of the cooking process. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. Set that aside. Move the ginger over. Let's check this out. Oh, it smells so good. The chili, the onions, the garlic. We're gonna hit it now with a little bit of XIAOXING wine. XIAOXING wine is a Chinese dry sherry. All right, so we're gonna just add a little bit to deglaze. All right, that's gonna add a nice acidity to this. All right, alternatively, you can use a little bit of mirin, like a seasoned vinegar. That works as well. Seasoned rice vinegar. I'm just gonna bring this up to a simmer. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar. Okay, this is a little bit of coconut sugar in here. All right, let's stir that up. Let's get that wine reducing. All right, so what we have here is we have some ramen. This was fresh ramen. You can get at a lot of Asian markets. They carry fresh noodles. So you can get any kind of fresh noodle in replace of it. You can make your own ramen if you wish. Dry ramen works, but this is cooked. It's just cold right now, and it's just waiting for the mixture. I'm not gonna toss this into the sauce. You certainly can. If I had a bigger pan, maybe a wok, I would do that. I would turn off the heat, then toss it. But I'm basically just gonna, make sure that this is a very hot mixture and toss it with the ramen. That'll be my final dish, okay? So I have the green onion. Let's slice some of these on a bias. Get these ready. A little bit more green onion than you would think. All right, little green onion on the side. So the final ingredients we have some fresh ginger, we have some green onion. I have some cucumber that I'm gonna top this off with. All right, so I'm just gonna do a small julienne. All right, so we got all your final components. How does this look? Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Oh, looks so good. Let's turn that off the heat. I'm gonna add that ginger just so it hits it with a little bit of heat. Okay. Add those green onions. All right, so this ramen pre-cooked, we're just gonna toss that up in the bowl. All right, so that mixture is done. Oh, that looks so good. It smells so good. The chili's in there. Oh my gosh. Let's just kind of toss that up with the ramen. Oh, there's so much flavor going on in this bowl. You can up the chilies if you wish, if you're like me. I love a good amount of spice, so. All right, let's plate this up. Oh, look at that, that looks so good. Let's just spread that out on the plate. This is a nice share plate. So this right here is the absolute bomb. All right, we're gonna set this aside. Let's finish this up with a little bit of cucumber just to kind of cool that heat. We're gonna hit it with some crispy fried onions. All right, you have some crispy onions on there, just really adds a really nice texture to this. And I have some cilantro, a little bit of flowering cilantro. I picked this out of my garden this morning. This will give you, again, a little bit of that freshness that the cucumbers carry also on here. Just gonna spread that out, and it is just such a sexy dish. So incredibly delicious. Dry ramen with fermented black beans and chili. You guys, this is a killer one. You've got to try it out. Thank you so much for joining us today, you guys. Be sure to subscribe if you like this recipe, and we'll see you next time.